No, not I'm a press guy. Not a press.
You almost gotta hope it's a cramp, don't you? If you're a Cowboy fan right there, but that does not look good, Joe. Oh no! Look at severe.
What up?
Hey man, I seen you was projected in the standings to be last. You was projected in the standings to be last. I see why you haven't been answering my phone calls. I see why you salty in the message board. Hello? Hello?
What's good, YouTube? It's that fantasy guy back with another video, and this is a NOLA Home League video. And shit, I guess I should say that I don't know if my league makes notice, but the commissioner changed the name of the league. We are no longer the NOLA Boy Fantasy League. We are the Southern Boys Fantasy League. So I guess, since about 5 of us live in Texas and 3 of us are from Texas, I guess he decided to honor everyone by just putting Southern on it, I guess. Anyway, as you seen in the beginning of the video, that's my biggest loss of the season. It being the Superflex League, losing my QB, who was like the QB 3. I think he was 3 of the year, and that's a tough loss for me. I mean, it is what it is, though, man. The show must go on. And, I consider this league I'm in hard, not because, it's a lot of skilled owners. That's not the reason. It just have a lot of variance in it, And that's the reason I don't play in 10-man leagues. Like, I don't play in 10-man leagues because one time I scored the most points in the league and I didn't make the playoffs. And when you have variance like that, it's hard to actually show your skill. And in our league, we only start 7 skilled players, which is different from the dynasty leagues I usually play in, which start 10 skilled players, no defense, no kicker. So we only start 7 skilled players, and we started, a defense and a kicker. And, just having only 7 skilled players, it leaves room for variance. And plus, we don't do fair budgets. We don't do a rolling waiver wire. So the teams on the bottom get the best players, and they're able to better their team. So, it's a lot of skill taken out, a bunch of variance put in. So that's what makes it so hard, And, if it, I'm not going to complain because it's not a money league. But if it was like, we paid, $100 or something like that, a lot of things would have to change. But, I'm in the league because of my guys, so, the trash talking and everything. I love that shit, But on with the show, right? But first, I have to report some shit, right? Because I don't want to let nobody get away with nothing. Even the commish. Let's get it. On October the 11th, 2020, a violation of the league integrity was discovered. Our dear commish, aka the crooked commissioner, did something that benefit himself, only looking out for himself and not the league. once again, the commish, knowing he had to drop someone, instead of dropping that player, put one of his players on IR that does not have a COVID designated IR. Noah Fant was strictly out due to injuries, nothing COVID related. Now, the game of Denver and the Patriots were postponed because of COVID. But that was their bye week. They would not have another bye week. That was their bye week. And as far as I know, we are not allowed to put any players on bye on the IR. There is no other player. There's no one else that put a player on bye, put a player on the IR that was on bye. Matter of fact, he had injured players. Both of those Denver players was injured. That's why he could have interchanged it and put either one of those players on bye. But that is nothing. Someone that had a player that wasn't injured, like I had, let's just say Darnell had Julian Edelman, who wasn't injured. He could not put that player on IR. It would not allow him to put that player on IR. And like I said, once they cancel a game, that is considered the team's bye week. You cannot try to manipulate the rules just to favor yourself because he didn't want to drop a player. And I just want to put my league mates on notice just in case they didn't know that this happened, and y'all might be fine with that. But as you notice, when the shoe is on the other foot, he makes a big deal about something because you know how he jumped on me about getting Cam Newton off of IR so I won't get an extra player. But Cam Newton, guess what? Was actually on IR for COVID. Even though he was taken off the COVID IR, he technically haven't, been 100% cleared to play when he was coming at me about taking a man off IR because he didn't want to see an extra player on my team. But this is the kind of stuff your crooked commissioner does. And I just want to make you guys aware of it for the ones that wasn't aware of what happened. Now, I don't like to only talk about problems. I like to also talk about solutions. If there was one way to make it right, I would say that he would have to go into this on Sunday with only 6 players on his bench instead of 7 because he should have released an extra player the previous week. So he need to go into this game week, meaning all the way up till Tuesday with 6 players on his bench, And I think that would make things right, personally. But, y'all guys might give him a pass. Like I say, I always know y'all relationship with Terrence is different than my relationship with Terrence because y'all went to high school with him. Y'all give Terrence more so of a pass than I do, He's more my arch rival, so I'm only, but I think that was kind of dirty, in my opinion, of what he did. Maybe y'all don't feel no type of way. I know Watson gonna understand, and he gonna feel some type of way. I know Hall gonna feel some type because they don't have that high school bond that y'all have. Y'all used to seeing, y'all used to the things Terrence does, so y'all give him that pass. But anyway, without further ado, let's do last week's matchup. We had All Hail the Mad King versus TFG Incorporated. I took the loss 119 to 104. Kendrick's leading scorers was Tannehill with 30 points, Wentz with 17, and Greg the Leg with 14. My leading scores was Kelsey with 20, Ridley with 17, and Montgomery with 15. Mama Legacy took a loss to Big G.O.D. 90 to 123. And it looks like Big G.O.D. is on a roll, and he is feeling confident with each win he gets. Now comfortably in the fourth spot. Look for Big G.O.D. to talk shit on the slick. Probably not on the slick, real directly. Hall's leading scorer was Mike Davis with 25 points. Big pickup. He been killing it. He been killing it for teams that got to pick him up. Hopkins was 22. Cook with 17. Kevin's leading scorers was Sterling with 24. Hill with 16. And Brady with 14. Next we had I'm on your ass versus Team D-Nice, and I'm on your ass kick Team D-Nice in the ass, gets the win 115-90. Damn, D-Nice, your team only put up 90? Come on, man. You a former champion. Ricky top performers was Metcalf with 24 points, Derek Carr with 23, and Miles Sanders with 22. Wow. Darnell had 20 points from his kicker. Good Lord. Get on a good foot, took down the Guntless Smoke. Brad, you're not undefeated no more, nigga. Ha! And Jared got 25 points from the Baltimore defense, 20 points from Bridgewater, and 18 for Janu Smith, while Brad got 24 from Wilson, 21 from Jacobs, and 21 from Breeze. Next up, we have Team Daniels versus Big Ballin' Diesel. And Team Daniel gets another win. He put up 125, while Big Ballin' Diesel only put up 122. Daniel's leading scorer was Herbert with 27, Goff with 24, and Ezekiel Elliott with 23. Devin had Mahomes with 29, Gurley with 23, and Carson with 16. Gurley's starting to put up numbers, man. You gotta love the touchdown variants. And our game of the week with the two top leading scorers in the league going into this week went like this.
Enough! You are all of you beneath me. I am a god, you dull creature, and I will not be bullied by that. Puny god.
Charles Green with the team name change. Now his team is now Who Else Wants Some. He takes down Legacy Slayer 117-100. Charles Green top performers is Kyler Murray with 26, Big Ben with 21, and Derrick Henry with 18. While Perkins' leading scorers was Watson with 24, DJ Moore with 17, and Kamara with 15. All right, our first matchup is Get on a Good Foot versus Mamba Legacy, and I'm predicting Jared is going to get this win. He's projected to win by 7 points. Next, we have Big Ballin' Diesel versus I'm on your ass, and hey, Ricky is continuing to be projected low, but comes back with wins, so you can't count him out. Even though he is projected to lose 109-97, do not count Ricky's team out. His team finds a way to show up, and guess what, Devin? You got a game on you. Good luck. Next up, we have All Hail the Mad King versus Who Else Wants Some, and I'm predicting Charles Green to get this win and remain undefeated, but we all hoping that Kendrick could whoop his ass. But Kendrick is projected to lose by more than 17 points currently. Next, we have the Gutless Smoke versus the Big G.O.D. And Brad currently only is projected to put up 83 points to Hall's 112. Something got to be wrong here. Change your lineup, man. Next up, we have what could have been the game of the week, but as I told you previously, I refuse to put myself in any games of the week because my team is underperforming, and with my team playing like trash, it would only be disappointment. But we have Little Terrence versus Big Terrence, my key adversary. If we was talking in the streets, this nigga would be my op. I want him dead.
I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burnt to the ground. I want to go to the middle of the night. I want to piss on his eggs.
I'm currently projected to put up 121, and Perkins is projected to put up 108, and I think that's because he needs to do a roster change to his tight end. Looks like Noah Fant is out again. Nigga, don't try to put him on IR this time. And our game of the week is Team Danger versus Team D Nice. Y'all want to know why that's our game of the week? Well, we got to take you back. Story time, folks. All right, boys and girls, I got a story for you. Once upon a time, there was an agreement between two men, and these two men decided to make a trade. The trade was accepted. One party sent out the trade, the other accepted. Well, this happened between Darnell and Gerard. But after hearing some flack from the group messing with Darnell, he decided to renege on that agreement of that trade. He got together with his buddies and got them to veto the trade that was agreed upon. Gerard felt some type of way, and he's never let it go. And he's never forgot that Darnell. Currently, Team D-Nice is projected to win this game by 20, but you never know with Daniels. I think he won 2 games in a row, and he can always sprinkle a little Gerard magic on it. I mean, angels walk with this guy. So the man has everything going for him. Look out, Darnell. Anything could happen here. And this is a battle of 2 former champions, so should be a good one. Get your popcorn. And that brings us to the end of this week's matchup. Like I always say, good luck to everyone who's not playing me. And I'll catch y'all next time. I'm out.